Hey guys, YouTuber 100 here, and continuing my top 10 SummerSlam reviews. Now I'm going to review what I have in the number 4 spot, which is SummerSlam 1998. I just finished watching the show a few minutes ago, and I thought this was a really good show. I think this is really one of the better SummerSlams of all time, yeah. So, yeah, this was just a really awesome show right here. So let me just get right into it. Show started off with the European Championship match. DLo Brown defending against Venis. I thought this was pretty good right here, yeah. DLo Brown was wearing like some kind of chest protector thing to, but make sure that Venis couldn't do any damage to his chest. And every time Venis hit it, he like hurt his arm or something. Yep. Yeah, I thought this was pretty good. Yeah, at the end of the match, Venis then eventually pulled the chest protector off. Then he was trying to use it, and then the referee like told him he couldn't or something. And then Venis just shoved the referee, and then that got him disqualified. So DLo Brown won. So that kind of takes it down a few notches. If there wasn't the DQ finish, I probably would have given it like 3 1/4 or something. But the DQ takes it down a few notches, so I give it like 2 3/4. Yeah. And then after the match, Venis attacked the referee. So yeah. Anyway. Then the next match was the Oddities, which consisted of Kurgan, Golga, and Giant Silva versus Kaientai, which were Takamichi Noku, Dick Togo, Men's Tio, and Funaki. I did not like this at all. I thought this was just dumb. Yeah, I mean, yeah, and I thought it was too long. I mean, this could have, like, been just 5 minutes or something, but this was, like, 10 minutes. And yeah, this was just, I didn't like this. I mean, Golga used the, what's his name, Yamaguchi's shoe at one point in the match. Yeah. And I was actually surprised that Kaientai could suplex Golga. Yeah, it took all 4 of them to do it, but they still did it, yeah. And then at one point, Yamaguchi tried to come into the ring and use his other shoe, but Luna Vachon came in and just attacked him. And then Golga just laid on top of all the members of Kaientai and pinned them. And then, yeah, the Oddities won. So, yeah, but I didn't really like it too much. I give it 2 stars. Then next up, we got the hair versus hair match. Jeff Jarrett versus X-Pac. I thought this was pretty good right here, yeah. Howard Finkel was in X-Pac's corner for the match, and yeah, Jeff Jarrett had a couple of guys in his corner. He had Southern Justice, which were Marc Canterbury and Dennis Knight. I thought this was pretty good right here, yeah. Yeah, it was just kind of back and forth between both of them. And yeah. At one point, X-Pac tried to do the Bronco Buster, but I think Jeff Jarrett got his foot up or something. Yeah. And while Jeff Jarrett was like busy with Howard Finkel or something, he turned around and X-Pac got the X Factor in on him. And then Southern Justice was up on the ring apron. One was distracting the referee, the other tried to hit X-Pac with the guitar, but X-Pac ducked and got the guy down. And then X-Pac nailed Jeff Jarrett with the guitar, and X-Pac won. And then after the match, like, the New Age Outlaws came out, and the Headbangers came out, and a few other people came out, and they just held Jeff Jarrett in a chair and were cutting his hair. Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. I give it about 3 1/4. And then next we got Edge and Sable versus Marc, Mero, and Jacqueline. I thought this was pretty good too. Yeah, I think this is kind of like Marc, Mero, and Sable versus Goldust and Luna at WrestleMania 14. I thought this was a pretty good mixed tag. Yeah. Yeah, Marc Mero, like, he didn't want to be in the match, and then he tagged in Jacqueline, and then Sable got tagged in, and right after that, Jacqueline just tagged Marc Mero back in. Yeah, so I thought this was a pretty good match right here. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good for a Sable match. Yeah. Yeah, at one point, like, Jacqueline was like holding Edge's foot down the corner or something, and Sable was trying to go for Marc Mero in the match. At one point, Marc Mero tried to do his TKO on Edge, and Edge countered it into a DDT, and then Sable then got the TKO in on Jacqueline, and it looked like Sable was trying to powerbomb Marc Mero, but then Jacqueline just stopped her. At one point, while Edge and Jacqueline were in the aisleway, Edge was spanking Jacqueline. Yeah, but this was supposed to be mixed tag, but yeah. Sable went after Marc Mero, and she actually pinned Marc Mero to win the match. So yeah, it didn't really make sense, but I still enjoyed it. I give that about 3 stars. And then next was the Lion's Den match. Shamrock versus Owen Hart, and this took place in the theater of Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I actually thought this was a pretty good match too. Yeah, I thought Owen Hart was able to hold his own in this match pretty well. Yeah, and the referee was just like standing at the top of the den, and like in the catwalk or something. Yeah. At one point, like, Shamrock ran over to one of the sides of the cage, and he jumped onto the wall, and then just jumped right back onto Owen Hart. So I thought that was a pretty nice spot in the match. Yeah, and yeah, Owen Hart did a sharpshooter one point, and Shamrock was trying to like climb up one of the walls for some leverage. Yeah. And then Shamrock like got the ankle lock on Owen Hart, and then Owen Hart was like trying to call for Dan Severn for help. Dan Severn was in Owen Hart's corner for the match. Then, for some reason, Dan Severn just left, and then Owen Hart tapped out, and Shamrock won. So I thought that was pretty good. I give it about 3.5 stars. And then next was the no hardcore match, I should say, for the Tag Team Championship. Mankind defending the titles by himself because Kane wasn't showing up, versus the New Age Outlaws. Yeah, yeah, I guess this was fine for what it was. This only lasted about, like 7 minutes or something. Yeah, and there was a lot of weapon use in the match. There was like cookie sheets and steel chairs and stuff. Like Billy Gunn and Mankind like were clashing together with steel chairs a couple of times. Yeah, yeah. I thought Mick Foley was just fine in the match. Yeah, Mankind rather. Yeah, he was able to hold his own by himself. It was 2-on-1. Yeah, but then at the end, New Age Outlaws, they got like an electric chair or something on Mankind, and then they won the match. And then afterwards they put him in a dumpster, and then Kane then showed up. You know, Kane was in the dumpster all along, and he was just attacking Mankind in the dumpster. But it was just fine for what it was, I guess. I give it about 2.5 stars. And then next up was the ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship. The Rock defending against Triple H. Match of the night right here. This was a very, very good ladder match right here. These guys have really put on a great matches against each other. I mean, there's this match, and then there's their 2 matches in 2000 at Backlash and Judgment Day. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Rock vs. Triple H was an awesome feud. Yeah, yeah, there was not really like a lot of use of the ladder, but I still thought it was used enough in the match. Yeah, obviously China was in Triple H's corner for the match. Mark Henry was in The Rock's corner for the match. Yeah. For most of the match, the 2 of them were just standing there, just like not trying to help their man. Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, this was just really good. They were brawled like in the ring a lot in the aisleway. At one point, Triple H tried to do a pedigree on The Rock, but The Rock backdropped Triple H onto the ladder. Yeah. And at one point, Triple H just like baseball slid the top of the ladder right into The Rock's face. Yeah. And then The Rock did a people's elbow to Triple H while Triple H was laying on a ladder. And then there was one point when Rock and Triple H were on the ladder at the same time trying to go for the belt. And The Rock just knocked Triple H off, and there was another ladder just like laying on top of one of the corners of the ring, and Triple H fell face first onto that, and then while he was coming back, he just knocked over the ladder and The Rock fell off. And then Triple H got a pedigree on The Rock, and then Mark Henry threw powder in Triple H's eyes, and Triple H couldn't see, and then Triple H was climbing the ladder, and then The Rock was climbing it too, and then they were battling, giving punches to each other, and then China came in and gave The Rock a low blow, but Mark Henry didn't do anything about it, he was just standing there. But then, yeah, that allowed Triple H to then retrieve the Intercontinental title, and Triple H became the new Intercontinental Champion. So yeah, this was a really good match right here, match of the night, 4.25. And then we got the main event for the WWF Championship, Stone Cold defending against the Undertaker. Yeah, this was a really good match too. Yeah, it was just kind of back and forth between both of them. I thought both of them got enough offense in the match. Yeah, there was a nice spot in the match where like Stone Cold was on the ring apron, and Undertaker was inside the ring, and the Undertaker just chokeslammed Stone Cold right back into the ring. And then at one point Kane came out, but the Undertaker told Kane that he didn't want his help, and then Kane just left back. Then at one point, Stone Cold was on the Spanish Announce table, and then the Undertaker came from the top turnbuckle and just leg dropped Stone Cold right through the announce table. Yeah. I thought it was a nice ending with like Undertaker tried the old school, and as he was coming down to nail Stone Cold, Stone Cold gave the Undertaker a low blow and then the stunner, and then Stone Cold won the match. Yeah, so yeah, it was a very good match right there. 3.75. Overall show, I give it about an 8.75 out of 10. Yeah, this was a really good show. You had a lot of good matches on here, like Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, Stone Cold, old Ken Shamrock, Owen, Hart. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this was pretty much just a really good show with just like a couple of like not really good things for, yeah, just like the Kaientai versus the Oddities. Yeah, that's pretty much the only BS on the show. Everything else, for the most part, is pretty good. Alright. So yeah, that's it for my SummerSlam 1998 review, which is number 4 on my list. And so yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.